Hey, welcome back, everyone. We just wrapped up Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. That was in September. But of course, this is a conversation that men and people who love them should have all year long. And joining me now is David Foreman, known as the Herbal Pharmacist, to talk about some herbal things that you can do to ease some of that prostate tenderness and soreness and pain.
Exactly.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So again, you nailed it. We do not talk about prostate health issues at all.
Yeah.
And I think we all need to become aware of like what those issues are. So you have trouble, you feel like you have to go to the bathroom, but you can't get the stream going, or you get it going and then you try to stop and then you're dribbling for 5 or 6 hours, or it can affect your sex life. It can affect your bladder. I mean, there's so many different aspects of prostate health issues, but you need to get a diagnosis, though.
These are conversations men do not like to have.
No, well, they're kind of embarrassing, too. I mean, who wants to say something to the wife like, hey, I've been dribbling in my underwear, or,
Something's not right here, kind of thing.
No, I know, and it's not even a funny topic. And, but, those are symptoms of just prostate health issues, whether it's prostatitis, a benign enlargement, or prostate cancer. So the first thing is go to your doctor and get a diagnosis of what's really going on. And if you find out that, hey, you know what, the coast is clear, you're having discomfort, I have 3 supplements a lot of people may or may not have heard of that are great for prostate health. So the first one is an herb called stinging nettle root, or sometimes it's called nettle root. Focus on the root, because if you go to your health food store, you can find nettle leaf. Nettle leaf is for allergies. The root is for prostate health.
I'm going to just turn that around so people can see it.
So nettle root helps with decreasing some of the symptoms, especially the inflammation that goes on. When your prostate becomes inflamed, that's when it starts to pinch off the urethra, which is what the urine comes out of the body. The next one is an herb called Krilla. I learned about Krilla in the last year by another friend in the media. And Krilla has a really cool clinical study. I love things, as a pharmacist, I love things that have clinical information. A study on 157 men, 89% of them within 2 months experienced relief from their prostate discomfort they were having. Their urinary function returned back to kind of normal. So for me, like anytime you can take a supplement, it works in less than 2 months, and you're going to have success in 89% of the people. That's a big deal.
Let me ask you, how often do you take them? Do you just follow the instructions that are on there, or is it specific?
All of these are things you're going to want to take on a daily basis. For me, I'm in my 50s. I don't live without my prostate supplement. This is actually Krill is what I use at my house. And then last but not least is an herb called pygeum. Pygeum, again, helps with the inflammation of the prostate. And one of the conditions that we develop is what we call prostate congestion. Think of your nose. When your nose is stuffy, you get a stuffy head. Sorry. You get a stuffy head, you have trouble breathing, right? Air doesn't go. Same thing happens with the prostate. It gets congested, and all these actually help with the prostate congestion. They all have clinical research behind them as well.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question that maybe you cannot answer. I don't know if anyone can actually answer this, but how do you open that door to conversation for people at home who may be watching this and worried about uncles and brothers and husbands, whoever?
3 words: I love you. Prostate cancer is the #2 killer of men for cancer. And so those 2 things alone are enough. And you need to make sure. You need to get a PSA done probably by the age of 35. You need to have regular examinations done.
So 35, I mean, I've always heard if you have a history in your family, or if you're African American or other ethnic minorities, then you back the age up from 50, but never as far back as 35. That's new for me.
Well, I can tell you, like, based on all my research I've done on prostate health, and it really just to go back as far as you really can to get a baseline, find out what that number is, because all of a sudden it's going to start to change. And in some men it happens pretty quick, some men it happens gradually. For all of us, it's probably going to change. Now, I can tell you an elevated PSA is not necessarily an indicator of prostate cancer.
Very true.
But it's one of the tools you can use to go, hey, something's wrong. Let's do a little bit more examining and figure out something, figure out what's really going on.
Herbal Pharmacist, thank you very much.
Thanks, Rod.
Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right.